All right, ladies and gentlemen, as of October the 28th, 2012, took me more than an hour and 10 minutes to try and get to the point where this video will be recorded. I lost one 2 days ago, more than almost 19 minutes long. I complained to YouTube about it. They're constantly upgrading Adobe Flash players and upgrading all this stuff. And like I said before, it causes more trouble than what it's worth. I mean, what are they doing? Is that part of the Bilderberg plan, part of the conspiracy to just confound everything? You know, just because you want to make it go faster doesn't mean that it's going to be better. Anyway, this is HRM, Caesar St. Augustine de Buonaparte, Emperor of the United States of Turtle Island, symbolically, of which I overthrew the country back in October of 1996. I'm a presidential candidate known as HRM Caesar St. Augustine de Buonaparte, like I've said already. My username is Reality Supreme Being. I picked that one because, not because it's some kind of ego trip or anything, but because it would shock effect, possibly attack more people. All my ranting and raving, again, shock effect to attract more people. Wishing everybody can die, wishing nothing but bad luck to all of you, although it should be that way because my life has been impeded and destroyed. Here at the local level, I've had more civil rights violations than you could shake a stick at. And the violations go on of being forced to move, being forced to be in storages. I had all my stuff all worked out more than 10 years ago, and I was followed, sabotaged, hurt, repeatedly hurt, on and on. Now I have medical issues caused by the city of Los Angeles, caused by their violating my civil rights over mediocre, quote, alleged violations. Violations of what? Building of safety? Wants to walk into your home and tell you how to live? I mean, these people are nuts. Fire department, building and safety, the police department, they can all go to hell. I don't care. I wouldn't put it past the fire department setting these fires, some of them, because they'd be good at hiding it, setting the fires so that they'll still have a job. No, this is about more than that. This is about beyond the course and scope of your employments. This is about what you people do to people like me, how you waste our lives, destroy us over and over again, and skip off happily into your little protected office, political office. As you know, over the last almost 2 years, I challenged Obama, Romney, and all the candidates to debate. I even called Larry King about his alternative presidential third-party candidates. And it's such a scam. It's all lies. Larry King, Obama, Romney, all the people that, you know, have more money in their savings account than you could ever have. Why do you watch them? Why do you even watch the sports? You know, if everybody took your money out of the banks, stop watching the sports games, stop all of that. But you people are so brainwashed. You'll never overthrow this country because this country is the beast. It is totally mind control. Mind control through what? Addicting you to cell phones, SUVs, expensive cars, thinking that you'll have the good life. The majority of you, the 99%ers even, were a joke. The 99%ers should have immediately said, instead of blocking the banks, they should have said, take your money out of the banks. Encouraged people somehow, some way to boycott all of the systems in this country that have taken so much advantage of people's lives. But instead, you people, like just now, I had to update an Adobe Flash player just so I could record another video, and then they separate the issues. They give the rationale you're going to hear from that comment is, well, that's a responsibility to the place that you're renting the computers from. They should be responsible for updating all of that stuff. No. This is YouTube. This is YouTube taking their thing and the computer industry and the internet and Gates and Apple all changing things over and over and over again to such an extent that you cause a quandary of nothing but frustration. Do any of you, I heard it said a long time ago, are you better off now than you were 4 years ago? No, hell with that statement. The person that said that has more money in their savings account than you have. If you, as a citizen of this country, that were going to go vote, middle class or whoever, if you don't have the same amount of money, at least 1% of what Obama and Romney have in their bank accounts, then you're doing the wrong job. And I don't care what kind of job security they're offering you. If you don't have the same amount of money that your governor or mayor or state legislature or anybody that you're voting for or the judges and courts that you vote for, if you don't have 1% of what they have in their bank accounts, you should not be voting for them. And you're an idiot for doing so. I had one guy make a comment to my video saying, oh yeah, Bilderberg group does exist, but no one's going to take you seriously wearing those glasses and that hat. You know who made that comment? Probably Obama. Because I've littered hundreds of my annotations in my videos telling you how to hack the White House phones. It's real simple how to do it. And how to put them down. And if you're going to make comments, call the White House. Call the stinking White House and make the comments to them. Go boycott the mayor's office. Boycott everybody. You know how to do that? It's too much time and trouble. Take your money out of the banks. Stop buying so much gasoline. Stop watching the sports games. Stop going to the movies. Do you have 1% of what those actors and actresses that you supposedly idolize? Ooh, it's this person, it's that person, it's Tom Selleck, Do you have 1% of what they have in their bank accounts? If you don't, then their entertainment isn't worth it. You know, in the Bible it says the stars will fall from heaven. They're not talking about the stars out here. They're talking about the stars that are making money off of you watching them. Boycott them. Boycott the sports figures, baseball, football. Boycott all those superstars, those athletic stars that you think are so great and idolize and deserve all that stinking applause. What is you're expending energy clapping for them, and they have more money in their bank account than you could ever dream of? What's wrong with this picture? What's wrong with this society? You. That's what's wrong with this society. You're so stupidly addicted to all the crap that they're shoveling out to you. The crap that the poor quality control China shovels out to you. The poor quality control or planned obsolescence that America has shoveled out to you. Go watch the movie Network. When Peter Finch, that movie speaks volumes about the evil in this country. They even do it in the movies. They blatantly show you in your face what you're supposed to be against, including the very movie you're watching. I'm sure Peter Finch and Faye Dunaway had more money in their bank account even back then when it was filmed than the people that were voting, especially the poor people. Why do you fall for this every 4 years or every 2 years or whatever it is? Why do you fall for any of it? And it isn't because I've been hurt so much. Haven't you been hurt enough also? Haven't your kids? Look at how your kids are. Uncontrolled, undisciplined, graffiti, this and that. You're creating domestic terrorism, if there is such a thing. I don't believe in calling it terrorism. I just call it juvenile delinquency, like it should be. And the terrorists in other countries, you're stupid there too. You shouldn't be calling it terrorism at all. They're a bunch of punks. And the punks out there that are bombing and killing, and the friendly fire that kills innocent men, women, and children in other countries, your voting dollars pay for. At the same time, you're responsible. So, what's there to talk about? What's there to talk about your evil culture that has nothing better to do than to try to control other people's lives, to push people into quandaries where they can't dig themselves out? I just saw an ad this morning. Waxman has been digging a hole for decades, and the national debt was only 100 billion back then. Now it's 200 billion, whatever. And Bloomfield comes on and he says, Will Rogers once said, when you're digging a hole and you're not getting anywhere, stop digging. That Waxman is digging a hole for us. That's bull. Waxman and Bloomfield have more money in their bank account than you could ever dream. And if you have more money in your bank account than they do, then you're rich. And you don't care who gets voted into office because you have your white picket fence. You've already attained what you have wanted, which is financial independence, where you can go and do anything you want. In New Zealand, more than 90% of the people own their own homes. Now, I know it's a smaller country, but why is that? Why can't that be possible for a large country? This is why you people should be overthrowing the country and electing me as absolute dictator over the country, Emperor of the United States. And you can keep Romney and Obama as, you can call me a pro-consul, like they did when Napoleon took over France. You can call me a pro-consul, and Romney and Obama can be below me, trying to help make decisions, giving me the final plan to approve. Because these people are out of control. You don't get it. And the person that really should be being listened to is me. I've 368 videos. Most of the videos done ranting and raving to get a shock effect. Try to get, the attention of the media? The media, if they pay any attention to me, will pay attention to me 1 hour before people are going to go vote. Or they'll put it on the news 1 hour before people go vote. This is how they work. They're part of the Bilderberg conspiracy. The rich, we won't even call it Bilderberg or Trilateral Commission anymore. We'll just call it the rich people against the haves and against the have-nots. Or the have-nots enough of. When are you people going to get the clear message? They'll publish tons of information about the superstorm, Sandy. Remember 2 months ago I did all those videos on hurricanes and I called myself, and some of my videos say cryptic predictions, blah, blah, blah. And why I'll never tell the United States or anyone all my deepest secrets? Oh yeah, I'm very special. I know how to stop tornadoes and a lot of different tsunamis. I know how to guard against a lot of those things. I know how to stop tornadoes and guard better against floods, snow blizzards, natural catastrophes, tsunamis. I could have made safe that tsunami that happened way back when, when Indonesia and all that, and the Indian Ocean got all destroyed. I could have stopped even the tsunami in Japan. But see, you people don't care. You want me to show you on a silver platter before you have given me anything. You've given me nothing. Your society has given me nothing but grief and agony. You've taken my cars, my boats, my motorhomes. You've taken all of my stuff using the color of law. And you expect me to show you the golden plan, the golden age of this country that should have been being enjoyed back when Reagan was running? Oh yeah, you should have overthrown the country then. Because Reagan was the image of the beast, definitely. His number spells out 666. So does the United States Senate, 6 letters in each name. United States Senate, 666. Ronald Wilson Reagan, 666. But that's just semantics. That's just an anagram. That's all. But what's it representative of? Did you know that none of the presidents, the 40 presidents that have ever held office, and vice presidents, could you do the 666 thing with any of them except Ronald Wilson Reagan? None of the other presidents could you take. Did they have 6 letters in the first, middle, and last name? Go check it out if you don't believe me. Is that a weird coincidence? I call it the quantum physics coincidence. Oh no, there's something to all of this. You don't understand. It ties into DNA, it ties into biology, it ties into quantum physics, and it ties into predictions. But you people are going to continue on walking through your maze, the cloud that you're under, that you're a slave under this cloud. And while you're under this cloud of blindness, the rich people just keep laughing, pulling that money in. And you're given no choice because you're living at a level of fear threat. The society is based on fear threat. If you don't work, you're going to be out on the street. Doesn't matter what the job is. When Obama and Romney say, I promise you jobs, yeah, but is the job really going to make you happy? Or are you one of the hundreds of millions of people that are working in a job that you're not really happy with, but you have to do it in order to keep a roof over your head and feed the banks and feed the landlords? No, there's something wrong with the system, and it has to be changed. And the only way you're going to change it is by demanding somebody like me to be completely in charge. Somebody that promises you that this United States Constitution is going to have a permanent amendment. It will say, it will give you a clarified picture of how to overthrow the United States of America when it gets this bad. When it gets this bad, you need a rule book, a guide that's written in your Constitution that I promise to give you that if you overthrow the country. Stop buying gasoline, take your money out of the banks. I guarantee you, they'll come on their knees, all the politicians. And that's when I'll say, I want this amendment written immediately in the Constitution. Unanimous vote. And if you don't, the country is just going to continue with no money in the banks. Here's how it works. I promise you, you'll have a guideline, steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, how to overthrow the country, peaceful coup d'etat, without any violence, without killing anybody, or even threatening anybody. You just simply say, hey, we're taking our money out of the banks. We don't like the way you're working things. It's over. We're tired of voting the same old way and getting the same results. Like a tennis ball, thrown back and forth in the court between Democrat and Republican, dual dictatorship. Ping, pong, ping, pong, ping pong ball. You want to continue running a world like this? You're headed for disaster. You're headed for disaster. And the only person that can save it are people like me. People who've been abused so much, we know where all the problems are, and that is where we're going to start. All right, and I hope I can tape later without interference. I know I've lost one video, 19 minutes, and another video was 10 minutes. All the tapings that I do are not rehearsed. I don't read anything except maybe in my speeches. Now, if you want to know my attitude, go to VoteSmart and read the 3 of my speeches that I logged on to VoteSmart in 2008. Read those speeches, especially the one that says, you're never going to get any help from me. I'm certainly not going to tell you how to stop tornadoes. And as far as Hurricane Sandy is concerned, everything I said in this video, there's a cryptic prediction in it about something worse that's coming after that superstorm. But as far as Sandy's concerned, Sandy kicked butt. That's all I can say. Wipe him out. Because that's the only kind of language the Cro-Magnon man understands. The force and fury of nature. Christ, in one setting in a boat in the Sea of Galilee, calmed the storm just by waving his arms. I can do more than that. I can do more than what Christ did. And I don't care if you believe me. Go to hell, all of you. You deserve it.